Oh my god, I can't do this. How do you start these things? Oh my gosh. My $15 wig. Help me. Glam Squad, please. It's okay. It's okay. New year, new me, 2021. We're doing new shit because we want to. Because we want to find happiness and we want to be happy. There we go. Hi guys. My name is... Do I want to use my real name? You know what? Just call me Phinni. It's my nickname. It's a cute nickname. But my name is Phinni and welcome to my anime figure channel. Weeb enthusiasm. Crippling, embarrassing weeb stories. I have plenty of those. My god, I cannot wait to share them with you. But anyway, yeah, this is gonna be an anime figure channel, I guess. Like many other people I've discovered by the YouTube algorithm, literally, if you just click one video, all there. But due to the algorithm, I found a lot of amazing like anime collecting channels, and it seems like a lot of us have fallen into this black hole, which is figures, during our Lord Satan 2020 quarantine. God. And man, I couldn't be happier. Like, I'm good, but my wallet's been under cardiac arrest for quite a while, so what you gonna do? But I guess a little about me. I have been an enthusiastic weeb for more than 3/4 of my life. I've seen this fandom, this hobby, well, just being an anime and video game fan, become like from such a small niche little community to like a huge part of pop culture, and it's awesome. I'm so happy about it. But with that, anime capitalism is upon us, and I couldn't be happier. But I actually just started this hobby back in June. Yeah, like June 2020. I mean, I feel like a lot of us, we've been home for quarantine, and you realize, like, man, I kind of want to be surrounded by things that make me happy. You know, like, life is rough. Why not just, like, pay for a lot of overpriced, beautiful plastic? Beautiful plastic. The fuck is this? Whatever. It's on brand for me. And I thought I would share some of the anime figures that I picked up over the past few months. Now, these are the ones that I just kind of opened already and are displayed, but nay, don't worry. I have fallen into the black hole abyss. Whee! And with that, let me share with you what I got. Okay, so I lied. I'm gonna do a little backstory of some of these figures that I've collected that really like just got me to the hobby. Sorry, like, if anybody ever asks or you ever think like, man, that $15 wig on Amazon looks good, it doesn't. Don't fucking do it to yourself. I'm spiraling, sorry. But anyway, since quarantine happened, it was a lot of me time, you know? The world was thrown into chaos and we were all just trying to find things to do or find things to watch. And I was like, man, this is a real opportune time for me to finally catch up on all those animes that I kind of put on the back burner. Mob Psycho Season 2, One Punch Man Season 2, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Mage, Kaguya-sama Love is War. And what did I do? I fucking watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah! I mean, honestly, it was not planned. I was just under so much stress, like the rest of the world, like all of us, you know, personal problems. And I really wanted to watch something where I could just leave my brain and just go floating into the ethosphere. I didn't want to think. I just wanted a good time. And let me tell you, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters for kids dub is the fucking best time, okay? It's an artistic masterpiece. Like, if you're like 10 years old and you're hardcore edgelord, no, you're not gonna like it. But if you're an adult that can drink, let me tell you, it's a magical experience. It really helped with the depression, I guess. Just feeling better and watching something that was just so outrageously silly. Like, I probably went through 5 bottles of wine. 5 bottles of wine. I have no regrets. It was great. And now I've gotten like all my friends, all my adult friends watching Yu-Gi-Oh! For kids dub. It's amazing. And unfortunately, like, I unironically started to love it. And my first plan of action was like, oh man, are there any Nendroids of the characters? Are there any Figmas? Because before, up until my figure collecting addiction, I used to be a Figma and Nendroid exclusive. But then this one character who I love and who is, I think, the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Character. Don't at me. I'm sensitive, please don't. They didn't have hardly any merchandise. Like, any merchandise whatsoever. No Nendos, no Figmas. But then I was like, what is scale? Here, I'll show you. It's your boy, Joey Wheeler. Oh my god. I don't care what you say. Best Yu-Gi-Oh! Character of all time. Best underdog story. We love a blonde moment. We love it. But yeah, there is literally absolutely no merchandise for this guy. And when I was looking at the listing, I was like, listen, y'all, I am like so American. Burgers down my throat, eagles at my bum. That's how American I am. And honestly, I had no expectations for this product whatsoever. All I knew is that I just wanted a piece of this character. All I knew is that I just wanted a piece of this character with me. So when he came in the mail, I was absolutely floored. Oh my goodness. And let me kind of, oh my god, sorry. I'm never gonna wear a wig again. But this is Kotobukiya's, Kotobukaya? Bukake? Yes, Bukake. Give me a moment, I need to look this up. Okay, Kotobukiya Artifacts J-Line, Yu-Gi-Oh! 1/7 scale, Joey Wheeler. And I was floored. Like I said, no expectations for this figure. And when he came in, I was like, oh my gosh, the detail. Like, I know a lot of people kind of mention that maybe the Yu-Gi-Oh! Figures from Koto aren't for them, but let me tell you, to turn this 2D character with this, because everyone has got insane hair, to turn this 2D character to 3D must have definitely taken some work, and let me tell you, you can see it. Oh, I love him.
All right, B-roll time. Mr. Wheeler is in a stagnant but action pose in his school uniform, which I'm really thankful for because that boy knows how to wear very ugly outfits. Oi. He's really fun to pose and really great for photos, very dynamic, even though it's more of a simple figure. The paintwork is incredibly clean, and look at that dual disc. Not a paint out of place, and as well as the cards, which, although I really do wish that there was more detail so you could actually see what cards he's holding. I mean, I gotta know, is it Red Eyes or is it Time Wizard? Yeah, I'm the adult that watches the dub. What of it?
I love these shoes. Oh my goodness, the attention to detail, and especially since Joey is a shoe boy. I love it. It goes so well with this character, and aren't they Nike Air Maxes? Good choice, good choice. Here's a closer look at the torso, the billowing of the fabric of the school uniform, and look at that fist. The hands look so good. Man,
I really do love that glossy finish so much. All hail the Mullet King. His hair sculpt is incredibly impressive. I love all the different tones of blonde as well as his face sculpt. The eyes look so good, as well as his mouth and nose. It might just be a me thing, but I really do enjoy the packaging for anime figures. I love the idea that it builds excitement as well, telling the character's story. So there, you can see a really nice printed image of Joey in the front of the box. Some really nice stock images of the figure. Really cool window with the shape of his Red Eyes dragon wing. And then a laser beam that Red Eyes just attacked with. Also looking into the box. I really do love Kotobukiya and their product design. And there's also looking at from the top, Joey's picture again. I bought this figure from a really nice seller, used but great condition on eBay for about like $70. I'm happy with it.
In that same vein, you know who's probably up. Seto fucking Kaiba. This is a big boy, okay? Oh my god, this is so much attitude. I love it. This is also from Kotobukiya, 1/7 scale. And of course, I bought him before the reproduction for way too much money. But I have to say, just by the size mass of this alone, it's amazing. Oh my goodness. I was very impressed. Like after getting the Joey one, I was like, man, this scale figure hobby, this scale figure thing, absolutely amazing. So I decided to get Kaiba, and I was definitely not disappointed. But when he arrived in the mail, I almost had a heart attack because I thought they had sent me the wrong order because the box was huge. I was like, did they send me a Godzilla figure or something? Because what? But no, he's just a massive big boy. I mean, oh my gosh. And yeah, honestly, I feel like you would not be disappointed with this figure. He definitely has a presence. He definitely has a presence. Although, if anybody wants to, let's say you have like, I don't know, let's say you have a kid that likes Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, you know, weebs are breeding now. Let's say you have a child maybe under the age of like 13 that wants to collect this figure because it's not too expensive. Fucking don't, okay? His billowing coat, this point here, I was so excited when I got him out of the box that the points of this duster ripped my hand apart. I wish I kind of recorded. I would have recorded it because it would have been just like very poetic and very Seto Kaiba. But holy shit, like 10 seconds having this figure in my hands and my finger was ripped to shreds. Very sharp. Like Kodo does not cut corners with their molding. This is no Band Presto. This is no Bandai Spirits, y'all. I had to rush in a panic because I had my own blood on the figure and I was worried it was going to stain. So I don't know if they fixed that in the newer reproductions, but if you want to get this for a little kid or even for yourself, beware that this has a lot of sharp corners. Like, it makes Joey's hair look cute, okay?
Take a shot every time Kaiba Seto's duster justifies gravity for no reason. Oi, but his duster is a hyper glossy finish, which I love because it's great contrast to his more matte clothing and matte lining. He's also really great to pose, really good from a lot of angles, and we love a good draping moment. Oof. Everything is super clean. Once again, a really great dual disc. The gauntlets are really pretty silver color, and all those button details, silver button details, nothing out of place. And those point duster I don't know what they are, but I call them floaty devices. They look good too. And here he is giving us the Disney princess fantasy. This is from an aerial view, but I couldn't help myself. Kaiba, you are the prettiest girl in the ball, don't worry. There is not a belt or buckle out of place. Everything is painted to perfection. Now this is my one gripe. There is a seam line on the top of his head, but thankfully it blends into his little hair wispy, so not too bad. Ooh, look at that scowl. Love it. A maniacally laughing Kaiba is the best Kaiba. We love that for him in the front of the box. Some more stock images of the figure, which look really nice. A cutout window of his beloved Blue Eyes Dragon Wing. And a little hyper beam window, also from Blue Eyes. I mean, well, who else was going to be? Oh my god. An upside down maniacally laughing Kaiba. Still so crazy. And the authenticity to show how much money I spent. Too much, that's the answer. And you still don't believe me about the size difference? Oy. No, still not convinced? There they are on the sides, which, good God, Kaiba, stop trying so hard. Alright, I'm really happy that I started with these two boys for the start of my anime figure collection. They both really set the standard of what I should expect and want out of a figure, and man, they really make me want to collect the rest of the Yu-Gi-Oh characters. I can't, but I probably will. I really do recommend them.
Alright, we're switching fandoms. So one of my absolute favorite animes of all time, it's kind of a dead anime now, but in 2010, let me tell you. But one of my absolute favorite animes is Durarara. I love Durarara so much. And even before I knew what figures were or companies, like even before July 2020 when I started collecting figures, I knew about these figures. And here it is. Oh my god, I'm so happy to finally own him. This is the Shizuo Heiwajima 1/8 scale by Alter. Oh my gosh. Oh, and this is also, you could probably tell, this is version 1. So there's two versions of these figures. The version 1 is of the 2010 style, and version 2, which came out in 2015, is of Durarara X2, like so the newer art style that came out in 2015. I opted to get season 1 just because I think he had a little bit of a manlier jaw. That was one complaint I saw from the renewal versions, was his face sculpt was very round, almost kind of like Isaya's, which they're different ways, okay? But I didn't even know nothing about what Alter was, but let me tell you, when this baby came into my life, I finally knew what Alter was all about. They are like the Cadillacs of the anime figure world. Once again, I was blown away by all the detail. He's perfect. He's Shizuo. And let me kind of tell you all the pros that I have for this figure.
Even though his pose is more stagnant, his body posture to me reads aloof and I don't give a fuck, which is perfect for Shizuo. He sits on a clear blue base, which normally I hate clear plain bases, but in this case I really don't mind too much. He has a mostly matte paint finish, which I think it's pretty great. I mean, there's lots of great gradient shading that really can tell the clothing pieces apart. And I don't know if you can notice, but he actually has fingernails on his hand sculpt. Crazy. His hair sculpt is also amazing. You can see every individual little strand, and his nose and mouth, as well as his signature glasses, look great. One of my favorite features is actually the stop sign. It looks completely wrecked, as if he just pulled it from the ground. And look at that shading on top of it. It's wrecked the top of it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't get over his hair. I love it so much. And his shoes are so fun. While most of his clothing is matte, his shoes are a high shine gloss. It's small detail, but it's cool. Now this figure also comes with an alternate head, one without his signature glasses, and they really don't skimp out of the details on the extra head, y'all. It is equally as detailed, and that nose and eyes and face sculpt on it, great. Although watch out, it is pointy and will puncture you and make you bleed. Whoopsies. Here I am changing the heads, which is done very easily. It takes like 10 seconds. It's very easy just to slot in. Boop. Yay, go me. Look at him. So handsome. I really never know which one to pick, which head I want more. So I kind of just alternate and change it out once in a while. But man, look at that clothing shading. Ugh. So simple, but done and executed so well. Here is his box. I actually bought him used on Mandarake for like 60 USD. I cannot believe this box is almost like 10 years old. And they said used in bad condition. Y'all, Mandarake is amazing. I recommend.
All right, following the same vein, we have Celti Sterling from Durarara, also from Alter, 1/8 scale. And I love her so much. Basically every figure so far I love because I decided to prioritize and really buy figures of characters that are near and dear to me and really do spark joy. I really need to stop watching Marie Kondo. But basically characters that just make me happy. And this Celti is like Shizuo, perfection from Alter. I mean, she's a simple character design, but just the added details, like, dude, TMI, but I get like rock hard looking at all those intricately placed clothing folds. Just absolutely perfect. They got her body shape down. And I also love how Shizuo was a bit more matte in the paint finish, and her catsuit is not glossy like Joey's is. It's a satin finish. And I come from a fashion background, so I love it when you can see a distinction of what type of fabric or what type of clothing it is.
Miss Celti here is definitely a stagnant pose, but I love how casual and relaxed it is, as well as her leaning her weight all mostly on one leg. Her scythe is amazing. It's a conversation starter. I love the size of it, and I love how like bent out of shape it is. She is so fun to take pictures of, as well as pose. I love her catsuit, satin finish, which I said before, while her helmet being a hyper glossy finish, which is very easy to tell the two of them apart. But like I said, a casual pose, but I think dynamic enough to where it looks good from a lot of different angles. I just love the intricacies of all the clothing folds. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but there's even like a seam line that was sculpted and molded in on the side of her catsuit. Here, a better look. Ugh! You could even see her phone in the reflection of the helmet. And her hands are beautifully sculpted and latch onto her scythe very well. There is not a paint out of place on that helmet. It's gorgeous. We love it. And her boobies and booty look nice, as well as her shoesies. Nothing much to say, but I do like the clothing wrinkles at the hem of her shoes. Nice touch. Nice touch. I don't have a box for her because I bought her with no box on eBay, so don't kill me. But the seller was really nice and trustworthy, and I only paid $50 for her. God, look at that clothing wrinkle. Ugh, I love her so much.
And finally, last but not least, everybody's favorite sociopath, Izaya Orihara, 1/8 scale, also by Alter, renewal version. Got the new one. And what can I say? He's perfect. Oh my goodness. I mean, it really is amazing how Alter elevates such a simplistic character design. They really did such an awesome job. I mean, he's got kind of an ugly parka, but I just love how it's like billowing in the wind, and it's so Izaya to kind of just be like holding it and flaring it out. Kind of reminds me of like in the beginning of the episode when he's walking next to Celti and he's mimicking her by going vroom vroom. There's just like that playful, psychotic side of him. Everyone's got a favorite sociopath, it's fine. And one of my favorite things is his little stabby arm hand with his very teeny tiny knife, which makes me nervous because I'm afraid that like if I inhale too deeply, I'm gonna accidentally eat it. But no, Altered actually does a fantastic job of having their small little accessories like fit into the figures very well and very snug. So I actually don't even have any glue here, and he fits perfectly in the hand. Very secure. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Izaya definitely has the most interesting and dynamic pose, but unfortunately he is also the easiest to fall off his base since he is mostly leaning all on one leg, which makes for a great pose, but oh boy. But have no fear, just don't tousle him around that much. He'll stay on and won't fall off on his own. But his body frame was sculpted perfectly. It matches exactly like the anime. And his face sculpt, eyes, hair sculpt, all done to perfection. Ugh, beautiful. They got the animation style of his eyes done so well. The sculpt work on the jacket is so great and phenomenal, as well as his beautifully sculpted hands, which, dude, you can see like the little fingernails, and that knife, incredibly tiny, but not a paintwork out of place. A closer look at his ugly parka, but that fur trim though, it is so nice, so spiky, so painful, so Izaya. The folds on his pants are great, the shading, the belt. Ugh. And one of my favorite features is actually his sculpted clavicle and Adam's apple. His shoes, they're alright. They match the art style, but I find them kind of ugly. Although I do love the pant folds on the hem. Oof. This is the newer boxes that Alter came out a few years ago, which is a clear plastic. I really like it. And actually, Mr. Izaya here was bought from Solaris Japan, which was the cheapest option. I know, unheard of. But I bought him used from Solaris. And I know I said I bought used, but I'm not sure anybody ever even touched him. Like, there was still the clear plastic between the little plastic pieces and the figure. 10 out of 10. I'll definitely buy from Solaris if it works out for me. It's not highly expensive, but I love these new boxes that Alter came out with. I mean, you can definitely tell it's an Alter box. I am so happy that I finally own all of these figures. I have been looking at them for almost a decade, and to finally have all 3 of them is really just such a treat. I know that they're older figures, but if anybody was still deciding on getting them, I would say go for it. Their aftermarket prices aren't too terribly bad compared to other, anime figures out there, but I love them so much. Any other Durara fans out there still? Man, they all look so good together. I'm so happy.
Hey, and finally, last but not least, the one that I have out at the moment. Oh my god, she's making me sweat. I am so scared of her falling and crashing, is Lightning Farron, Play Arts Kai by Square Enix, Final Fantasy 13, which is a great game. Don't at me. Fuck it, I give up on the stand, okay? These figures frustrate me so much, but like, I don't have another option. I love her, I want a figure, but this is the only fucking option that they give me. Whatever. Breathe in, breathe out. I literally live in constant paranoia of even breathing on her because she's gonna fall over. Y'all think like Nendos and Figmas are rough? Well, they are rough, but this is also rough. But yes, this is the Play Arts Kai Lightning Farron figure. I think she stands at about 10.5 inches tall. I'm not sure she's really considered an anime figure statue. She is a figure, but whatever. It is what it is. And this is actually the Dissidia version. I really do not recommend the original Final Fantasy 13 version because homegirl is looking like she had a fright. She is not looking too good. But this is the newer one, I believe. Sorry, I itch. This is the newer one that I believe came out like 2018. I also bought her on eBay for a very nice price, like $112, when these babies usually go for $150 a pop, which they've, at least with Square Enix, like, at least they've been consistent with the pricing for Play Arts Kai figures over the past few years. But I mean, yes, Square Enix does have a lot of quality control issues on their own damn IPs, but I have to say, this one is probably one of the best Square Enix figures I have seen in a long time. Oh gosh, since she fell off her base, let me just take this off anyway. Ah! Her cape fell! Oh my god! I can't even... Oh. Whatever, we're gonna roll with it. Just so you know, like, pieces are gonna fall apart. Her cape is actually detachable. Jolene, don't give me that sass, okay? You got privileges being in the filming room. What the fuck am I talking about? This is literally the corner of a room. But her cape is detachable. There's a little hole and a little, I don't know, thing. Comes off very easily. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the Play Arts Kai figures, but like I said, this is the only option for me to have one of my absolute favorite characters. But if you are curious and you are desperate to have a little piece of your favorite character, this one is a good one. She actually looks like what she's supposed to. And the outfit, the paintwork is really great. The sword is really great. Nothing's out of place. It's just, Jolene, I'm tired of her sass. She's my little dog. She's 13 years old and she's the boss of me. What can I say? But I think she looks fantastic. Like I said, a pain in the ass to put together. and worry about, but I mean, what can you do? Oh, probably, I mean, another con besides the difficulty of these figures is they come with like their own little stands, but you have to build the stands. And it's not like 2-3 little pieces slot them together. No, it looks like a fucking gunpla trying to put the stand together. Like, you know how building your own Gundams, they have these little sheets and you have to snap off each piece? That's what it looks like. And I looked at it and I was like, absolutely not. It came in with like an instruction manual this big to build the stand. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna buy a cheap little doll stand to keep her upright. I'm not dealing with that mumbo jumbo. I understand that she can do crazy action poses. Oh, and one other con about this figure. All right. This literally gives me a heart attack each time. Oh God. Oh. It sounds like you're breaking her, but I promise you're not. They're just really, it's just really strong joints and articulation, so they actually stay the pose you want them to, but literally a mini heart attack each time. And you know, really good. And she can bend forward, she can bend back. Yeah, let me do it better. She can bend forward, she can bend back, her torso can move around, her legs can spread. Unfortunately, her head doesn't move that much, but she's also got a lot of articulation in the arms. I mean, you can do a lot pose-wise with her. It's just, you feel like you're killing her in the process, but hey. God, can she at least stand on her own? Please. Oh God. Oh, I have to lean her against something. I'm sorry, Lightning, I love you. Oh God, okay.
Okay, I'm done bitching, I promise. But she is a very impressive figure overall. Her cape is of a very soft bendable plastic that's shaded. I'm really impressed by her shoulder armor piece. Oh my God, even from the distance you can see the paintwork and detail so well. And her face sculpt, perfection. Oh my God, you guys, look at that gloss on her lips. There's even a little bit of makeup on her eyes. Her nose is beautiful, and her hair, perfect. You can see every little strand, and I love the color that they went with. Honestly, you can see each little piece of accessories and clothing very well. There's a lot of great light shading, and her hands, they're like that of Michelangelo, y'all. Ugh. I mean, she comes with a little hand accessories, but these I think were the prettiest. And her sword detail, perfect. Oh, and I wish I had those boots. I said it before, not a paint out of place. Everything is there. Oh my God, I can't get over her beautiful face. And one thing that Square Enix is known for is their boxes. They're kind of like doll boxes. They don't take up a lot of room or space if you're worried about that, but they have great stock images of the figure. I'm so sorry about the ring light. It was $10, what can I do? And they open like a book with the synopsis of the character, as well as an open window to display your figure, which I kind of don't like the plastic they use, the window for it. It's very, very glossy, but hey, that's just me being picky. And, you know, even with all her faults, I'm really happy I have her. And she wasn't too badly priced, so if there's one Play Arts card to get this one.
Are you really gonna be this way, Jolene? Get out of here. I love you. All right, so that was my figure haul currently. Well, actually, no. I have a lot more in boxes that I kind of went on a little splurge, but those are for videos to come. But these are the first figures that I started with that really got me into the hobby. I hope you liked it. I mean, I absolutely have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know how to properly edit, y'all. but whatever. I like to learn. I'm gonna learn a new trade. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you own any of these figures? Do you agree with my opinions? I'm curious because they are from older animes, but I mean, I still like to go back and watch shows that I enjoy, even if it's like a decade later. But yeah, tell me about your opinions on the shows and the characters, or if you have these also, or if you also think that Play Arts Kai figures are a heart attack in a box. Good Lord. But anyway, I hope you guys stick around for further content. And man, this is so awkward. Whatever. It's on brand. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully see you in the next video. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I don't know where any of it is, but somewhere here. But till next time, bye.